A good Erev Shabbos. In Parshas Va'eschanan, we have the first Parsha of the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Hear, O Israel, Hashem is our God, Hashem is one. Yahavteis Hashem Elokecha b'chol levavcha, b'chol nafshecha, b'chol me'edecha. You should love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your means. This, our sages tell us, is known as Kabbalas El Malchus Shamayim. We accept upon ourselves the duty and the responsibility of recognizing that there is indeed a king, a creator, and a master of all that exists. In next week's Parsha, Parshas Va'eschanan, we have the second paragraph of the Shema. V'hoyim shemaya tishma'u el mitzvosai, asher anochi mitzaveh eschem hayom. And if shall be, if you listen to the mitzvahs that I am commanding you today, li'ahava es Hashem Elokecha, to love the Lord your God. And then I will shower you with all wonderful reward for those who hearken and listen and observe my mitzvahs. And for those who go astray, there will be the responsibility and the consequences. The sages explain that the place for this great reward is not this world, but rather the world to come. This is known as Kabbalas Oil Mitzvahs. This second paragraph is where we accept upon ourselves the responsibility and the duty of fulfilling God's commandments. Rabbi Slatus in Kavitz Maimorim presents an obvious and famous question. One can certainly give an order and instruction that another individual should come and do something. However, in order to instruct someone how to feel, that contradicts human behavior. Someone can tell someone, I am ordering you to eat broccoli and spinach. That can do, even if they find it to be repulsive. But to give someone a commandment that says that you're obligated to love broccoli and spinach, well, that is something which is beyond our control. What should I do? I'll eat the broccoli and spinach, but my taste buds just find it appalling. What can a person do? How then is it possible that there should be a mitzvah in the Torah, one of the 613 mitzvahs, v'ahavtas Hashem Elokecha, you should love the Lord your God? How can you command someone to love? You either do or you don't. If I feel it, I feel it. If I don't feel it, I don't feel it. How do we comprehend this mitzvah? In addition, the Altaf and Kelm raises another issue. And that is in the second paragraph of Shema, next week's Parsha. It says, if you listen to all the mitzvahs that I'm commanding you, to love the Lord your God. We have 613 mitzvahs. Why does the verse select this mitzvah of loving Hashem as opposed to any other mitzvah? It could have said, and if you listen to my mitzvahs that I'm commanding you to eat matzah, to put on tefillin, to sit in the sukkah, why does it pick this mitzvah of loving Hashem? And for that matter, why must it select any mitzvah? Let it just say, and it shall be if you listen to the mitzvahs, my commandments that I'm commanding you today, with all your heart, with all your soul, whatever. Why must it select any mitzvah altogether? We find in the Talmud and the tractate Kedushin, it says that God created an evil inclination and he created the Torah as tavlin, as the antidote. Here too we must ask, the Torah is an antidote? Is that our description of the Torah? The Torah is the essence of all existence. Bereshis bara Elokim. In the beginning, God created the entire universe. And our sages say, what is this word Bereshis? Bishvil Reshis, Bishvil Torah shenikra Reshis. The Torah we find in scriptures is called the beginning, the first. It is because and for the Torah to be delivered to mankind that God created the entire universe. The Torah is not just a means of being an antidote, a vaccine to the evil inclination. The Torah is the entire purpose and reason for the creation of the universe and mankind. What is the meaning of the Talmud? In addition, why did Hashem create the evil inclination? Would it not be easier? Would it not be better for everyone, for humanity, if there didn't exist this evil inclination, these temptations? The Mesilas Yesharim explains, God created man so that we can delight in the ultimate pleasures. And those pleasures are not to be found in this world, the transitory world of 70, 80, 90, 100 years, but rather in the eternal existence of the world to come. And the ultimate good is God himself, in which we can bond and bask in the glory of his divine presence. However, the realm, the arena in which we can earn this portion of the world to come, that is limited to this world, the world of matter, the world of doing. And in this world, we have an opportunity to fulfill God's mitzvahs. However, it's not just to fulfill them, but we must earn the world to come. To earn necessitates that there be challenges, there be distractions, there be struggles, there be temptations. And that is the essential function of the angel who serves God, known as the Satan, the evil inclination, to challenge man and present these distractions so that mankind will be able to overcome these urges and to be focused on his goal in this world, which is serving his creator and acknowledging the one true creator and master of all that exists and adhering to his instructions, his mitzvahs. And this way we are able to subdue and we're able to suppress these urges from the evil inclination. And how is this done? How can we earn the world to come when we have the constant barrage of these distractions from our evil inclination? The answer is there is an antidote, and that is Torah. Torah, yes, Torah is the essential reason for the existence of all that God created. But Torah also functions as the means that enables us to earn that which God desires that we possess, the world to come. How do we fulfill his will with Torah? We study Torah, we do his mitzvahs. But we don't understand his mitzvahs. And when we start to study Torah, it's beyond our comprehension. Nevertheless, do it. Do it slowly on any level. For no matter how many years we spend engrossed and immersed in Torah study, we're still scratching the surface. Therefore, Torah does function as the means by which it silences, it suppresses, it subdues, and it removes the temptation and distractions from the evil inclination, thereby enabling us to fulfill God's mitzvahs and to achieve our goal. But what exactly is our goal? This Rabbi Slatus explains. Who teaches a child, an infant, a newborn, to suckle from his mother? Who teaches a seed that it should decompose and it should blossom and grow and flourish into a plant and vegetation? Who teaches a mother to love her newborn child? Who teaches our lungs to breathe, inhale, expand, exhale, and our heart to beat? This was all programmed by the great designer, by Hashem. A mother who doesn't love her child, it's not natural, it's not normal, she needs therapy. But there is an inherent, innate knowledge that a child has to suckle to gain its nutrition. God placed this within our nature, and God similarly placed within the nature of man a love for his creator. The love of God is not something we have to attain, we have to achieve, we have to seek, we have to develop. It's already there. It exists within us. If that's the case, then why don't we see the world embracing God and embracing his will? The answer is because the evil inclination is doing his job. He is distracting us. He is introducing to us all types of imaginations that we think will bring us happiness. An example, God created man with a system in which we need nutrition to survive and derive the nutrients for our health. However, there are candies and there are such sweet things that are available that taste so good to the palate, and it's hard to resist them. But if we live on this junk food, it will impact on our health. It's not good for us. So we must discipline ourselves. We must understand what is appropriate, what's not appropriate. And similarly, here are all the candies and distractions that the evil inclination presents to man, and man thinks this is the source of my happiness. Everyone wants to be happy. This will make me happy. But it's nothing more than junk food. It is a temporary sensation, and even that temporary sensation is fleeting, and it will not satisfy us. We must curb it, we must discipline it. But as people pursue their distractions and they run after their urges, they forget about God. The natural love for God that our soul yearns and thirsts for is buried deeply within us, until mankind, unfortunately, can even forget that there exists a divine being, our creator, master of all that transpires. What is the mitzvah in the Torah? Love the Lord your God. It means recognize, indeed, reflect, think. This world didn't just boom appear. There is a great designer who programmed this computer that we're living in. There is a God, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. He is the source of everything. And with this knowledge, and with fulfilling and following his mitzvahs, whether we understand them or not, that will subdue and silence the evil inclination and remove these temptations and enable us to suppress our urges. And consequently, the love for God that already exists within us will emerge. It will come to the surface. It will guide us. It will enable us to grow and ever flow like a fountain that never ceases. That's the meaning, v'ahavta, not to achieve and to fall in love with God. The love is there. Recognize it. Remove the distractions. And this is the meaning when it says, if we listen to Hashem's mitzvahs that he's commanding us today, to love Hashem. The love of Hashem is not selected because it's an example of his mitzvahs, but rather if we perform Hashem's mitzvahs, whether we understand them or not. He's our creator. He is the source of all that exists. Everything he does is for our benefit. Then we will achieve our goal in this world. What is our goal? What is our purpose in this world? Li'ahavas Hashem, to love God. How can we come to love God and suppress the evil inclination? If you are listening to my mitzvahs, perform my mitzvahs, then the love of God will come all by itself because it's already there. This is man's purpose. This is where we find our happiness and our fulfillment in this world and a reward for all eternity. We live in a generation in which there seems to be so much anger. People are protesting. What was right is now left. What was up is now down. Nobody knows what's truly and inherently appropriate. New moralities, new justices, new everything is new. We don't know what it is. This people are offended by this. These are offended by that. We don't know. There's the speech police. We don't know what to do, how to act. And most people are good, decent people. They're searching. They're looking for meaning in their lives. They're looking for purpose in their lives. They're looking for a goal in their lives. But we're living in a generation that seems to be under the dominion and under the domination of the evil inclination, to the extent that knowledge of God, this is never spoken about. Feelings for God, love of God, such a person should be an outcast. They're unacceptable. They're not in step with the social standards. We have a generation that is devoid of a knowledge of their Creator. and thereby they are meandering without purpose. To open our hearts, to be honest with ourselves, to realize that life is very short and that this life has a purpose and a meaning, and it's a means and a tool to enable us to relish in an eternity of basking in the glory of God's divine presence. No greater delight and pleasure exists. This is available to us. We must be honest. We must be forthright. We must listen to the words of the Torah and realize how blessed and fortunate we are. My friends, have a good Shabbos. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay Jewish.